Hey guys, Fire Ginger Wolf back here with a Guild Wars video. Just want to quick say this is going to be the only video that I get up this weekend. Sorry I had some stuff come up and I wasn't able to get as much done. I felt tired this week from work. I worked an extra 2 hours each day to get Friday off, so sorry I couldn't get extra videos up. I will do my best to make up to you guys next week. But tonight's video is going to be a Specter healing build. So this is going to be using the least position Specter from End of Dragons with a Thief and trying to heal allies and us as much as possible. So if you guys are excited to see this build. So we'll run through everything as per usual, and then we'll do the two games, and then we'll evaluate stuff, during and in between at the end as usual. So give me 1 second here to just kind of sneak over here. All right. So we'll start with traits as usual. So we have critical strikes. We have keen observer. Critical hit chance increased while your health is above the threshold. Signets of power. Signets gain reduced recharge time and an additional passive effect. And we have the Signet of agility. And the Signet of agility, regain endurance when you kill a foe, is the passive. And we'll go through the skills in a minute here. Unrelenting strikes, gain fear when you strike an enemy whose health is below the threshold. Practice tolerance, gain ferocity based on your precision. Ferocious strikes, gain increase critical damage against foes' health is above the threshold. And then invigorating precision, you are healed for a percentage of outgoing condition critical hit damage. The his healing is increased while you're under effects of fury, which works well with the skill. And then we have Shadow Arts, concealing restoration, gain stealth and use a healing skill. Sorry, dog care. Merciful ambush, when you apply stealth to an ally, they heal and revive over a short duration. Stealth yourself and your target when reviving an ally. Meld the Shadow. Stealth lasts longer when it is granted by your skills. Gain increased movement speed while stealthed. Shadow Savior. After completing a Shadow step, you are healed. Nearby allies are also healed for a larger amount. Sorry, guys. Alright. Shadow Siphoning. Stealth attacks siphon health if they hit. And then we have Shadow's Rejuvenation. Regenerate health and initiative while in stealth. And we have Specter, so we get access to the Scepter. Steel becomes Siphon. And your initiative is reduced. Gain access to a Shadow Force through spending initiative, and then gain access to the Shadow Shroud ability. And the main one here is the Ally. So grant your target barrier and reduce the cooldown of Siphon. If you are in Shroud, transfer your tether to the target, which means I think they just get barrier, which is helpful. A second opinion, a portion of condition damage is converted into healing power. Gain healing power, which is increased while wielding a scepter, and we will be using a scepter. Dark Sentry, apply Wallow Venom to allies that you grant barrier to. Outgoing healing to allies increase, which they inflict torment on foes struck. And then we have Traversing Dusk, healing allies in an area around you when you shadow step. Gain Shadow Force for each ally in the radius. Wells grant a clarity on their initial impact. I'm going to say this wrong. Panku's Ambition, gain barrier when you strike foes with a stealth attack. When you apply stealth to allies, you also grant them barrier. And then we have Hungering Darkness. While in Shroud, transfer conditions from your tethered ally and cleanse conditions from yourself. Each condition removed in this fashion heals a percentage of your base health and grants your tethered ally barrier. So a lot of healing and barrier, and the Scepter enhances that, but we'll go through that here after we get through the skills here. So those are our traits. We've got Will of Gloom. Shadow step to your target location. Drop a well that cripples foes and heals allies. And with this, we get access. We heal when we heal. When we use our healing skill, we gain stealth. And then we also so we've got lots of healing. Better than the last healing build I did. So, blinding powder, blind nearby foes and grant stealth to nearby allies. Shadow Refuge, create a pulsing refuge of the target area that heals allies and cloaks them in stealth, mainly for the healing, but the stealth if need be. And then we have Signet of Agility, grants increased precision, which will work well with the healing for going critical hit damage. And then we also have the active, another passive, which is endurance on kill. And then we also have a active refill endurance and cleanse condition from nearby allies, so kind of an area effect, which will be useful. And then I grab Thieves Guild, which is going to call more thieves to support you in combat. And then we have our Scepter here. Okay, so basically, if you hit an enemy, you apply Torment. If you hit an ally, you grant them Barrier. Shadow Sap, which is a chain. Shadow Sap, hurl a bolt that hinders foes and helps allies. So basically, if it hits an enemy, weakness, self might, and then if we fire this at an ally, they get barrier and they get might. Then we have Twilight Combo, fire a slow moving projectile, then fire a quick shot that accelerates the first. An enemy, it chills and poisons them, then fire a quick tormenting shot, and then an ally grants swiftness and barrier, then fire a quick healing bolt. And we've got the dagger as well, so we have Dancing Dagger, throw a dagger that cripples nearby foes and returns to you as well as torment. And then Cloak and Dagger, stab your foe and vanish in stealth, leaving them vulnerable. And then we've got the Sword and Dagger. So we have a chain of just attacking, and then the last attack cripples and weakens. Infiltrator Strike, Shadow Step, and strike them. Use it to return and cure one condition. And then we can return to our location carrying a condition. Flanking Strike, evade and stab your foe. And then the duel, stab your foe and steal boons from them. Do increased damage if it hits a foe with no boons. And then again, we have Dancing Dagger. Actually, 1 second here. Things I thought I checked this stuff. I'm gonna actually do a pistol. Sorry, pistol whip. My bad. That way I've got a little bit more range. I got range and melee on both. Pistol whip your foe, stunning them and slash repeatedly with your sword. And then we headshot daze your foe with the headshot. And black powder, fire black powder shot, blinding your target and nearby foes with smoke. And then the Siphon. Basically, this is our steal skill. So we steal your foe's shadow, slowing them for a period of time while granting shadow force, or we can grant them ally. We grant your target barrier and reduce the cooldown of Siphon. If you are in Shroud, transfer your tether to the target. And then we have Enter Shadow Shroud. Enter Shadow Shroud and tether a targeted or previously siphoned ally, granting them barrier. If no target selected, no one will be one will be chosen randomly in the indicated field, which gives them barrier, I believe. We can exit, breaking the tether between us and the ally. For Amulet, we have Sage, so power, vitality, healing power, condition damage. For the rune, we got Flock. We don't have a regeneration application, that's why I grabbed this instead of Dwayna. Healing, vitality, increased max health, and then you and nearby allies are healed for an additional amount after using a healing skill, which works well with this. And then for both, for the sword and the pistol, we have Sigil Transference, so healing is increased, which I think should work well with this, I think. If not, oh well. And then for the pistol, we have Escape, Remove Movement, Pair Conditions. And then for the Scepter and Dagger, we have Transference, Healing, which we do have, and then Courage and Might, Sigil and Might for Might stacks. So overall, it's a healing build. Hopefully this works better than the last one. The last one was decent, but the Scepter has a lot more healing. This heals, which is nice. And looking at the other ones, this is a boon one, so I could do like a support build. Conditions, damage, and this one's kind of a control effect one. So hopefully this works good. We're going to be spending a lot of time with the Scepter because either we're trying to help an ally get barrier to stay alive, or we're going to be applying Torment to an enemy. And then we get the Dark Sentry, which apply Wall of Venom to allies that you grant barrier to, which is going to be almost every attack. And their attacks inflict torment, which works really good, especially depending on how fast they can attack. So hopefully this works well. The last time build I did was decent, but I think this will work better because we can definitely just this is barrier with barriers. I mean, obviously, I don't know if it's considered like healing in the stats, but it's extra health in a sense. So hopefully it definitely, I mean, it might not, like I said, if it doesn't count, I'll know that I'm still in a sense healing them, but basically just increasing their max hit points and stuff like that. But I think this should work. I think this should work really good. So haunt shot, unleash, trying to see if there's any healing in here. There's barrier, self-heal, ally healing. Oh, I should have read those. So there's some... I should have read that. That's my bad. Let me see if I can grab some shadow stuff here.
You're seeing things.
I feel furious.
I'm gonna try and get enough shadow to show you guys what the shadow skills are. Okay. Sorry I didn't read that before, guys. Okay, let's see here. Alright, so I'm gonna read these really quick. So basically, Haunt, Leash, Torment, Might. We can heal the ally if we're tethered. Healing tethered allies, Unleash, Cripple, Torment, Conditions removal, Leap, granting Barrier, Fear, conditions, and Stun and stuff. So it looks like we heal or grant. Looks like heal. We can heal them while we're in the Shadow Shroud, which is kind of cool. Sorry I didn't read that before. I completely didn't read. I want this map. I haven't done Spirit Watch in so long. It would be nice to do that map again. It's a cool map. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen this map. I don't know if I've done this map at all. Usually when I do videos, I did ranked, which would include team deathmatch, which is so it's the brief explanation of the map. Usually it's the same three things, but there's this orb that spawns in the middle here. If you get the orb and bring it to a point you already have, you score full points. Taken to an orb, to an enemy not controlled by you will partial the points, and then taking the orb to an enemy control point will neutralize the point automatically. So it's a different map, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to try a different map.
You'll live. Stay in the fight.
It's a lot of barrier. That's like half health for barrier.
The match starts soon.
Here we go. Game number 1. So I don't know if I have anything to speed up my...
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs. Attack my target.
And then there's like wolves that spawn around the map too. Yeah, there's like wolves over there. And then there is Raven and Bear, so...
You've seized Wolf.
Alright, I know the idea is to win, but also...
The enemy has Raven.
I want to show you guys the build.
They've taken Bear. Thanks for sharing. I feel furious.
Are you kidding me?
Wolves fallen to the enemy.
Can't do it alone.
You've taken Raven.
Not mine.
I may not survive.
Time to fight.
Attack my target.
Ouch.
The orb has appeared.
Yeah, so you bring that orb and it neutralizes points and stuff.
Might and glory. I'm fading fast.
Attack my target. Your enemy picked up an orb.
And you move really slow with the orb as well.
Breathe.
You've taken Raven.
I feel furious. Shadows guide me.
Ah, shoot.
Bad enough? I need assistance. Can't breathe. I'm okay.
Thank you.
Attack my target.
One second. Sorry, guys. All right.
You've
We're at
seized
66, so I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if the this actually offers like healing stats.
Might and glory. I feel furious.
The enemy has Raven.
All right. This is it is a cool
The
map.
orb has appeared.
Ow! That wasn't very nice of you.
I feel furious.
Alright, next we're gonna go over here and fight.
Bear is yours.
Okay, that's lovely. Lovely.
Wolves fallen
I'm gonna try and show you guys the rest of the map quick. I mean, if the barrier's good. Having that barrier stuff is really good. Alright, I'm gonna try and run to the other side of the map. So I want to show you guys what the...
Picked up an orb.
Why am I revealed? That's okay.
You've seized Wolf. You've taken an orb.
Attack my target.
You've taken Raven. They've taken Bear.
So this is the bear map, the bear side of the map. It's kind of a cool...
Incredible.
It's kind of a cool little area. I'll try and get to Raven here in a second. Okay, why did I get revealed? Yeah, so there's bears in the back of the map there, and then there's the Raven up here, which is kind of up on the hill, which is, you know, makes sense.
They've taken Bear.
Attack my target. Might and glory. Swiftly, my pain is easy.
Anyone? I'm neither here nor there.
I feel furious.
So yeah, it is a cool map, not a map that you get to see that often with the stuff, because I usually do ranked, and this is not on the ranked rotation of maps. So
Wolf's fallen to the enemy.
Might and glory.
The orb has appeared. They've taken Bear. The enemy has Raven.
What happened?
so didn't get top healing, which is, I mean, like I said, I don't know if the barrier actually grants healing. We got 102. Which wasn't bad. It's, like I say, it's a unique map. Because I don't know if I've done that one for you guys, so it's kind of cool to try and get a new map. But overall, having the granting barrier to allies is really effective, because it's in a sense either temporary hit points if they're above the max hit point, if they're at their max hit points, or it's in a sense healing. It kind of like keeps them from going down in a sense. Like I said, I don't know if it counts in the healing stats, but there are definitely times where I drop like a bunch of the barrier on somebody, and it worked really good, and I could definitely keep them up. So it definitely has the capability of being a decent healing build. Maybe more support build, but there I did try to max out the healing and stuff. So responding to the girlfriend's text before bed. Yeah, you have this applies healing in an area. I think stealthing an ally heals them. They heal and revive over a short time, so they get healing a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, just trying to see if there's anything else here. Healings increase with the Scepter, so obviously when you have the Scepter, you get a little extra healing abilities, which is quite nice. You've got the condition removal, which doesn't hurt. I mean, it's always nice to have condition removal. And you've got, like you said, you got your barrier, you've got your might, and then you've kind of got your swiftness and healing, barrier and healing. So you have a mix of whatever you need it to be, which is nice. But like I said, the main idea was focusing on the healing. So a lot of the stuff I grabbed was healing enhancements and stuff like that. But like to get the additions transferred and then removed. Heal allies in area when you shadow step, well as Gland of Clarity, which just helps skill recharge stuff. So overall, healing for crit damage. So overall, I tried to get as much healing as I could out of this. But the main source of it is the Scepter. Like I said, I don't know if it counts for the healing stat, but I definitely think it helps. I guess that'd be one way to check would be to, have it up on my screen and then hit somebody and see. There's only one way to find out, right? Oh, that worked good. Especially if you can keep somebody up. I think that's the benefit of the barrier, is you can keep an ally up. I think probably one of the strongest. I say this because I guess I'm not, I'm trying my best to learn and understand the game myself every video I do, but I definitely think the Scepter with the Specter with the Scepter, and having that stuff, I think you can grant. I think that's probably one of the fastest ways to grant allies barrier. I think the Necro's got some ways to do it. I don't know if it's as effective. It probably might be stronger, but I think the Thief's probably more consistent at it. So.
A gift from the shadows.
But yeah. Like every attack inflicts torment. Like she's at like what? How many stacks she's at right now? 15, 16, 17.
Might, glory.
That's kind of insane how quick that all is.
The match starts soon.
But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Game 2 goes. Alright. I can get home.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Yes, this may be a stupid idea, but I want to be able to see if we get healing stats or not. Oh, because then I can know if it's missing it or not. Yes, I can't see half of my screen, but the idea is to see if we get the healing stat.
The plaza is yours.
I'm gonna
You
assume
yielded the pier.
not. Where is she? Nope, does not count for healing. Even if you hit somebody, maybe?
Bring this one down.
Maybe it does. It's hard to tell. It really is.
This is getting serious. Maybe I was the illusion all along. The plaza is lost.
guy up.
The plaza is yours. My arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor. You've lost the market.
I may not survive. I'm out of endurance. Freezing. Swift and steady. For great justice. Bring this one down.
Okay. I know it's annoying, but it does kind of help me figure out if this is healing or support.
You've taken the market.
That looks like an actual team. Like a guild, I think is probably the better term for it.
You've secured the pier.
I don't think barrier grants it. I really don't think it does.
Through. The plaza is lost.
Okay, lovely. Okay, you couldn't see me. I don't know how you hit me with all your daggers. I thought I was invisible. Maybe I wasn't. I guess I shouldn't assume that I was invisible. I thought I was invisible. Yes, I don't think the barrier actually counts as healing. I don't think it does. If you guys actually have a better answer for me, I would that'd be grateful. But I'm gonna say it doesn't because I was trying to watch that, and I guess I can pull this up again. If I just cover it like that,
The plaza is yours.
and then just try and find somebody who's low on health, and focus on casting it on them. Let's see here. Where are you at, Kitty Fur?
Might and glory.
Alright, we're at 7,100.
You've yielded the pier.
Yeah, I don't think barrier does. Everything else, all like the skills that say healing do, but I don't think barrier itself offers like increases the healing stat.
You've lost the market.
So I guess this, if you play a barrier, it might be considered more support maybe, but it like in a sense is healing because it allows you to keep your allies up because it's in a sense
You've
extra
secured the
health.
pier.
So it's kind of a weird. Not sure what you classify it as.
The blue team rises in my estimation.
come on, really? Oh, come on! Seriously, I'm not landing on that stupid thing, am I? Well, I might be. It wouldn't surprise me if I was.
My arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor. The plaza is lost.
Ouch.
You've taken the market.
Might and glory. Attack my target.
You've yielded the pier.
Well, we just gotta, you know.
Justice, courage, resolve.
Well, you can show that this keeps you alive. That was good fight.
You've secured the pier.
No such person.
The plaza is yours.
That was really good. That's game.
Your team
That
is
was good.
victorious.
That was good. It definitely kept you up, for sure. Because when you apply stealth to yourself, it heals you. Again, I'll run through everything here in a second. But yeah, you stealthing yourself heals you, and I think grants you barrier. I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. After completing Shadow Step, you are healed. So you heal there. While in stealth, you heal. Stealth attack Siphon. When you apply stealth, I'm trying to hear. I thought there was something in here. Critical damage, so that was probably healing me as well. When Shroud, each condition removed in this fashion heals you. Game barrier when you strike foes with a stealth attack, so that was working too. So I'm just trying to read how it's staying up so well, and it worked well. Heal allies in Shadow Step, so that was working good. Well as apply clarity, and that was healing me a good amount. Yeah. That definitely was working really well. Yeah, when you applied stealth, it healed allies. So I'm just trying to make sure I kind of cover. When you apply stealth to an ally, they heal and revive over a short time. Stealth lasts longer. After completing Shadow Step. I thought there was something in here about when you stealth. Maybe it was just the ally one. But no, that worked really good. This heals for really well. This was healing really good. You're healing for that condition damage that you were doing. You had the condition removal with the Signet. You had the Thieves, which would help you. I don't think any of this stuff heals you at all. I mean, this one does if that's an ally. But yeah, and then I think some of the shadow stuff. So that fight proved that you could stay alive for a good fight and keep up. Like, I think that definitely did. I think that really showed the idea. Because, I mean, if you have a good healing build, you yourself can keep yourself up. But I think great healing builds allow you to keep your allies up. And like I said, it's weird that the barrier, applying barrier, even when somebody's hurt, doesn't count towards the healing stat. Which I guess makes sense. You're not technically healing them, but in a way, you're almost it prevents them from going down, which I think is a big thing. Like, that's the idea of a healing build, is to prevent your allies from going down. If that's applying barrier to an ally, so be it. That works just as well, but it may not be tracked. But no, overall, that was a good build. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and the build. If you did, be sure that like, subscribe button. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.